Discover the latest updates in the realms of cryptocurrency, politics, technology, and beyond. Stay informed with NewsSource Crawler's edition from April 30th, 2025, which provides a comprehensive daily news digest. The White House has announced that President Trump is set to sign an executive order providing partial relief from auto tariffs. According to the South China Morning Post, Walmart has instructed certain Chinese suppliers to begin shipping products again, as reported by sources. A Reuters poll indicates that South Korea's exports are expected to decline due to the impact of Trump's tariffs.
Researchers have unearthed the most ancient ant fossil ever found, a 113-million-year-old hell ant that was encased in rock in Brazil. A novel theory in quantum optics suggests that classical interference is a result of the interaction between bright and dark states of light. Furthermore, a Soviet Venus lander that was unsuccessful in its mission is expected to re-enter Earth's atmosphere after being left in space for 53 years.
Israeli intelligence chief Ronen Bar resigns shortly after Prime Minister Netanyahu instructed for his dismissal. The United States imposes sanctions on a Chinese and Iranian network that provides missile propellant materials to Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. Pakistan intercepts an Indian drone following a nuclear warning, with Reuters reporting that Pakistan's defense minister warns of an impending military incursion by India.
China is working on an underwater Beidou network aimed at enhancing navigation and tracking capabilities. A year ago, it was announced that China would construct a next-generation Beidou system, with plans to conduct test satellite launches in 2027 and complete the system by 2035. Taiwan has established a platform to coordinate responses to disruptions in undersea cables. Somalia has prohibited Taiwan passport holders from entering the country, referencing the One China policy.
HSBC announces a $3 billion stock repurchase following a first-quarter profit that exceeded expectations. UBS reports a first-quarter profit that surpassed forecasts, although the impact of Trump's tariffs raises concerns about the future outlook. In April, China's factory activity fell to a level not seen in nearly 2 years due to the effects of trade tariffs. The Wall Street Journal discusses the growing distance between Sam Altman and Satya Nadella, who were instrumental in sparking the contemporary AI revolution. Mark Zuckerberg declares that the era of social media is coming to an end. Starbucks is enhancing its store workforce by hiring more baristas and reducing its reliance on machines as part of its ongoing revitalization efforts. A Google report indicates a slight decrease in zero-day exploitation compared to the previous year. France has accused Russian intelligence of conducting numerous cyber attacks since 2021. Cloudflare has reported that in the first quarter of 2025, it successfully blocked 20.5 million DDoS attacks, marking a significant rise of 358% year-over-year and 198% quarter-over-quarter.
IBM plans to allocate $150 billion to the United States over the next 5 years to support its advancements in quantum technology. TMC has filed an application to engage in deep-sea mining activities, adhering to U.S. legal regulations. Israel is proposing a trade concession to the United States in an attempt to mitigate the impact of potential tariffs.
In the United States, a bill aimed at combating revenge porn, supported by Melania Trump, is now on its way to the president's desk following a resounding vote in the House of Representatives. Lawmakers in New York have reached a consensus on a plan to implement a bell-to-bell ban on cell phones in schools, echoing a similar decision made by Finland, which has also prohibited smartphones in educational institutions. U.S. Democrats have penned a letter to the Federal Trade Commission, urging it to address the risks associated with the misuse of neural data. This concern arises as senators have raised alarms about neurotechnology companies selling individuals' brain data.
Amazon sellers are reportedly choosing not to participate in Prime Day because of tariffs, as Amazon allegedly urges suppliers to reduce prices to mitigate the impact of Trump's tariffs. However, Amazon has refuted any plan to adjust pricing due to tariffs, following the White House's description of such actions as hostile and political. Despite this, President Trump has commended Amazon's CEO, Jeff Bezos, after Amazon denied plans to highlight the costs of tariffs. Walmart has stated it will not disclose tariff costs and has committed to maintaining low prices. UPS has announced layoffs affecting 20,000 employees and the closure of 73 locations, attributing these decisions to a decrease in business from Amazon and ongoing tariff uncertainties.
A chemical commonly found in plastics has been associated with global heart disease fatalities. A research involving more than 865,000 individuals who took abortion pills revealed that 11% experienced significant adverse reactions. In South Korea, a study indicates that more than half of single parents belong to the lowest 20% income bracket.
Alibaba has introduced its Qwen 3 AI models, claiming they surpass the performance of DeepSeek R1. This announcement has sparked significant attention, especially in the context of the ongoing US-China AI competition. Just 3.5 hours after Alibaba's Qwen 3 made headlines, Elon Musk hinted at the release of Grok. Meta has reported that its Llama AI models have been downloaded a total of 1.2 billion times.
NPR has disclosed that employees of Doge have obtained access to secure networks containing sensitive nuclear information. San Francisco and Santa Clara are taking legal action against Trump due to the Doge-influenced dismissals of federal employees. Furthermore, top Democrats claim that Trump's administration has caused disruptions affecting approximately $430 billion in federal funding.
A Senate report indicates that Elon Musk's involvement with Dogecoin presents conflicts of interest valued at $2.37 billion. Reductions in Doge prices could potentially allow Musk's companies to sidestep $2 billion in liabilities. The New York Post mentions that Musk has ceased working from the White House, with communications now conducted via phone. The Paramount board has opened a potential avenue for resolving Trump's lawsuit against 60 Minutes. In another development, Senator Hawley has reintroduced the Pelosi Act, aiming to prohibit Congress members from engaging in stock trading.
China's military is swiftly increasing its deployment of affordable AI-driven drones, in a strategic and gradual advancement. In 2024, global military expenditures reached an unprecedented $2.7 trillion, marking the most significant increase since the Cold War era. India has finalized a $7.4 billion agreement with France for the acquisition of Rafale fighter jets. An official has announced that Donald Trump will be signing an order that necessitates the compilation of a list of sanctuary cities and states. Trump has made a promise to establish a new legal team to support police officers. Furthermore, an executive order is expected to be signed by Trump, which will require truckers to be proficient in English. In the United States, far-right combat groups have shown their support for youth clubs that are specifically aimed at engaging young men and boys across the country.
Putin announces a 3-day ceasefire in Ukraine, coinciding with the 80th anniversary of World War II. However, Trump's former Ukraine envoy, Kellogg, dismisses Putin's suggestion of a 3-day truce as nonsensical. South Korea reports that approximately 600 North Korean soldiers have died in Russia's conflict with Ukraine, with a total of around 4,700 North Korean soldiers either killed or injured while fighting for Russia. Witkoff notes that Putin perceives a rare opportunity, the first time in decades, to potentially reshape relations.
The Karnataka High Court in India has instructed the union government to implement measures to block access to Proton Mail within the country. A data breach at Marks & Spencer has been associated with the Scattered Spider ransomware attack. Furthermore, software designed for the Uyghur language has been compromised to distribute malware.
Hugging Face has introduced the So-101, a robotic arm that can be constructed using 3D printing technology at a cost of only $100. PayPal is set to introduce programmatic advertisements that utilize shopping data to enhance targeting. Furthermore, artificial intelligence has contributed to uncovering a potential cause of Alzheimer's disease and has identified a promising therapeutic option.
Trump anticipates that China will absorb the impact of tariffs, reducing their effect on the United States. In response, China delivers a firm video message to Trump, asserting that they will not kneel down. Additionally, China maintains that there are no ongoing tariff discussions between Trump, Xi, or their senior advisors, contrary to U.S. statements. Malaysia plans to postpone new taxes due to manufacturers' concerns about the impact of U.S. tariffs. The Wall Street Journal reports that Goldman Sachs is providing guidance to countries eager to appease Trump regarding tariffs. The United Kingdom has introduced new regulations for cryptocurrencies, aiming to match the United States strategy. Eric Trump has warned that banks could become obsolete within a decade if they fail to anticipate future developments. Monero's recent 50% price increase is believed to be linked to a $330 million theft from a well-known Bitcoin enthusiast, according to ZachXBT. Duolingo plans to substitute its contract workforce with artificial intelligence. The CEO of Microsoft has revealed that as much as 30% of the company's software code has been generated by AI. MasterCard has empowered AI agents with the capability to make online purchases on your behalf.
Pew Research Center reveals that most Americans anticipate AI will negatively impact news and journalists. Researchers conducted a large-scale, unauthorized AI persuasion experiment on Reddit users, prompting Reddit to issue formal legal demands against those involved. Furthermore, Pew highlights that while free expression is considered crucial worldwide, not everyone believes their country guarantees press, speech, and internet freedoms.
A new series titled Wisteria Lane, a spin-off from Desperate Housewives, is being developed by Onyx with Kerry Washington and Natalie Chaidez involved. Brad Pitt is set to star in A24's adaptation of The Writers, directed by Edward Berger, known for Conclave. A review by the BBC on bullying has concluded that there is no evidence of a toxic culture, although it acknowledges that the actions of a few individuals have an outsized impact on the organization's reputation and morale.
Jack Black's brief 34-second anthem titled Steve's Lava Chicken, inspired by the popular game Minecraft, has achieved the remarkable feat of becoming the shortest song to make its way into the Hot 100 chart. Kanye West has made headlines by releasing a previously lost album, Donda 2, on various streaming platforms. In a separate incident, a man who found himself stranded on Mount Fuji was airlifted to safety, only to be rescued once more a few days later when he returned to retrieve his phone.
Hegseth takes pride in terminating a program focused on women and security that was signed into law by Trump. In the United States, the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, is set to cancel nearly 800 grants aimed at environmental justice, as disclosed in a court filing. Harvard University is committing to reforms after internal reports highlighted issues of anti-Semitism and anti-Arab bias. The university's president has expressed regret following these reports, which also include allegations of Islamophobia and a Trump administration investigation into the Harvard Law Review for potential race-based discrimination. Harvard is restructuring its diversity, equity, and inclusion (DEI) office in response to pressure from the Trump administration. According to Reuters, China has decided to eliminate tariffs on imports of ethane from the United States, as indicated by various sources. Besant has declared that there are no new trade agreements in place, although there are suggestions that a deal with India is imminent. In the United States, retailers are expressing concerns about potential toy shortages during the Christmas season, attributing this issue to tariffs that are causing disruptions in the supply chain. In a significant political setback, Canada's Conservative leader, Pierre Poilievre, experienced a major defeat by losing his own seat in a disastrous election outcome. A former assistant to a prominent German far-right politician has been charged with espionage activities involving China. The European Union's highest court has declared Malta's Golden Passport program to be unlawful.
The FBI and other national security agencies are employing polygraph tests in their efforts to identify individuals responsible for information leaks. Members of Trump's staff have displayed mugshots of immigrants on the White House lawn. Furthermore, Axios has published a report indicating that a majority of Americans perceive Trump as a dangerous dictator, according to a recent poll.
Hawaii is considering raising the hotel tax to address the challenges posed by climate change. In South Africa, significant fires are raging on the slopes of the renowned Table Mountain. Trump has decided to relax the reporting requirements for accidents involving self-driving cars, which is seen as a favor to Musk. Toyota and Waymo have reached a consensus on a framework for a strategic partnership aimed at speeding up the adoption of autonomous driving technology. The major automotive company Stellantis has decided to pause its full-year financial guidance, citing concerns related to the uncertainties surrounding tariffs imposed by former President Trump. Volkswagen has reported a significant decline of 37% in its profit for the first quarter, indicating that the potential impact of Trump tariffs could further affect its future financial outlook.
Top songs on YouTube music charts. Global edition from April 18th to April 24th, 2025. 1. Die with a Smile by Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars. 2. APT by Rose and Bruno Mars. 3. Paso Bame Solto Slowed by ATLXS. 4. El Mayor de los Ranas by Victor Valverde and J.R. Torres.
Spotify Weekly Top Songs Global, spanning from Friday, April 18th to Thursday, April 24th, 2025, includes the following tracks. Die With a Smile, by Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars, Ordinary by Alex Warren, Birds of a Feather, by Billie Eilish, and APT by Rose and Bruno Mars.
Top-selling digital games on Nintendo US as of April 28, 2025. Minecraft, Little Friends, Dogs and Cats, NBA 2K25, EA Sports FC 25.
Discover the most popular games on Steam. This list highlights the top-selling and most-played games worldwide. Based on the revenue rankings from the top 100 products, here are the standout titles for the period from Tuesday, April 15, 2025, to Tuesday, April 22, 2025. Counter-Strike 2, RuneScape, Dragon Wilds, Schedule 1, and Last Epoch.
One more drop in the ocean of AI. Jia 1.6b by Nari Labs. Jia is a text-to-speech model with 1.6 billion parameters, developed by Nari Labs. It was uploaded to the hub using the PyTorch model HubMixin integration. Jia is capable of producing highly realistic dialogue directly from a transcript. Users can influence the output by conditioning it on audio, allowing for control over emotion and tone. The model can generate nonverbal sounds such as laughter, coughing, and throat clearing. To support research advancements, we offer access to pre-trained model checkpoints and inference code. The model's weights are available on Hugging Face. Currently, Jia only supports generating text in English.